What's going on? Dr. Gonzo Boogie here once again, and in this video I was going to show you guys my entire Alien and Predator collection. And I love the Alien series. Alien is one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of my favorite science fiction movies, and I also consider it one of my favorite horror movies, and it's just a perfect blend of that. Basically a slasher movie on a spaceship, and then without a killer or like Jason Voorhees, you got an alien, which I think is even more interesting than anything you could do with a human killer. So Alien, just one of the best movies ever, so great. Aliens is such a great sequel, and Alien 3 and Resurrection are what they are. I wouldn't consider them any even close to how good the first two Alien films are, but I still like to watch them for what they are. And the Predator series, too, I think is great. I love the first one. It's one of my favorite science fiction action movies ever. If not, I think probably the best science fiction action movie ever made. And it came out in the 80s, which that was where all the great science fiction action movies were coming out in the 80s. And that's just such a great one. I mean, the Alien in Predator is so awesome. Just one of the coolest and most unique designs for an alien creature I've ever seen. Same goes with the alien from Alien, designed by H.R. Geiger. Just a beautiful creature, just great stuff. And you got in Predator, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger running around the jungle. You can't get cooler than that for an 80s action movie. And with the mix of an alien in it, it just makes it that much more interesting in my opinion. So I love the Alien and Predator films. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. So like always, I'm really glad to finally get around to doing this. And also, if there's any other sections of my collection you guys want to see me highlight, Wes Craven, other directors, film genres like zombie stuff, just let me know in the comments. I would love to do more videos where I highlight certain parts of my collection. So I have a lot to show here, so I'm just going to try to get going and go through this as quick as I can for you guys. First off here, I have the Alien Quadrilogy Box Set, and this is one of the newer releases of this box set. This is a 9-disc set, which is great. Comes with the director's cuts and the regular theatrical cuts of all the movies, which is cool. And it also comes with a bonus disc, and the reason I really like this set is because it actually comes in a DVD case, not a cardboard fold-out thing, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And just a really nice looking set here. Got all the discs laid out, nice and organized. Great set. Alien Quadrilogy. Good stuff. Next up, I actually have the 2-disc of Alien separate, which this is really awesome. I mean, like I've said just a minute ago, one of my favorite movies ever. This is a really nice edition of it. Really cool here. Then I have the 2-disc collector's edition of Aliens. And I know there's a certain group of people who like Aliens more than Alien, and I think Aliens is a great sequel. I'm so glad that Alien got a good sequel, because so many movies get shitty sequels that it's good to know that Alien actually got a decent sequel. I'm always happy about that, but I have to admit, not the biggest fan of this movie. I mean, obviously I like it for what it is, but I think the first movie is so much better than this one, and even though this is a great movie, I just have never thought that it even comes really close to capturing the vibe and the feeling of the Alien movie, because the first one is very claustrophobic. You're stuck in that spaceship with the alien. Just a perfect movie in my opinion. But this is a great sequel. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on this movie. I love this movie, but I've never thought that it was as good as Alien, even though it is a really good sequel. Right, and here is Prometheus, which this is sort of in the Alien series. I guess from what I've learned, this movie takes place in the same universe as Alien, but it doesn't really take place in the same story or anything like that. It's kind of its own film series. I think that this was a good movie for a newer sci-fi movie. I love this movie. I thought it was really good. I would highly recommend this. And Ridley Scott directed this one. He directed the first Alien movie, and it's a really well done science fiction movie. Not too much more I can say about it than that. And I would definitely recommend this one for anybody who hasn't taken a chance to see this yet. I think it's really good. And if you're under the illusion that this connects to the Alien series or something like that, it sort of does, very slightly, but don't be expecting anything great like that. It has stuff that's connected to the Alien film, but it's its own movie on its own. Really good stuff, though. I love this one from Mvhs. Alright, next up is the Predator DVD collection. And first off here I have, obviously, the first Predator movie with Schwarzenegger. And this is actually the full screen edition of this movie, which I didn't realize when I picked this up. I actually recently picked this DVD up, and I've had a lot of problems with buying Predator on DVD. First off, I had a decent copy of it, but I traded it out for the 2-disc, and then the 2-disc edition that I had bought, the case was broken, so I traded that in to get this one, and I ended up getting the widescreen instead of the full. No, I ended up getting the full screen instead of the widescreen, so I've had a lot of trouble trying to get Predator on DVD for some reason, but I like the way this DVD looks. I like how it's in the slipcase. So I think I'm going to keep this one anyways, even if I end up picking up the widescreen of Predator. But this is just the basic classic edition of Predator with Schwarzenegger on the cover. Just an awesome cover design taken from one of the original posters for Predator. Just really good stuff. Just awesome movie right here. One of the best. And then I have Predator 2. This is the 2-disc special edition of Predator 2. Really nice here. Actually, I haven't had a chance to watch any of the special features on this since I bought it, but Predator 2, I think, is really good. I would almost put it right up there with Aliens as being a good sequel to the first one, but just not, you know, they went a different way with it, which is cool. It's better than having the same movie done over again. But again, I don't think this is as good as the first Predator movie at all, even though I do consider it a good sequel. Predator 2 right here. Good stuff. And then last for the DVDs that I have is Alien vs. Predator, which I have to admit I'm a little disappointed in this movie. When this movie first came out, I was just getting into these movie series, so I was really hyped about this. I remember seeing the posters and trailers for it. I probably watched the teaser trailer when I first hit the internet back when this movie first came out. And I remember liking it when it first came out, and in a sense it's not a horrible science fiction movie, but when you're dealing with Alien and Predator, I mean, those are two of the best in those type of science fiction genre, two of the best ever in my opinion, and you're making a movie with both of them together. I think it should have been so much better than this. I watched this recently, and it had been probably about like 6 or 8 years since I had seen this. I watched this probably like a month or two ago, and I was pretty disappointed. It's just a very generic, bland, newer sci-fi movie with the Alien and Predators thrown in, and they're fighting, and some of the fight scenes and stuff like that are cool, and it's cool to see Alien and Predator in the same movie. But I have to admit, I thought this was kind of a lame movie. I mean, if you're gonna make a movie with Alien and Predator, it should have been really good, especially since this movie had been hyped up for years. Back in the 90s, there was comic books, action figures, and video games about Alien vs. Predator way before this movie came out. And, with all that hype, I think that it should have been a better movie. Alien vs. Predator right here. Alright, and I actually have the whole Alien series on tape, and I have Predator 1 and 2 on tape, so I'm just going to show you guys those really quick. It's the classic CBS Fox edition of Alien. Love the way that these tapes look. Really cool. Aliens right here. Again, classic CBS Fox edition. Great stuff. And Alien 3, which I think Alien 3 is okay. It was supposed to end the series with, if spoiler alert, the main character, Ripley at the end kind of does herself in. So the series was supposed to be done after this, but so many horror sci-fi series have supposed to ended at the third movie or even at some other time, and they keep going on. So I think this one is pretty good. The alien effects in this movie I don't think are really good. They shot the aliens. It's not CGI. The aliens are actually people in costumes, but they green screen them in. So the lighting just looks all wrong on the alien effects, and I just always thought they kind of looked shitty. But this movie I would say it's pretty good. very dark, and after you watch Aliens, like everything that goes on in this movie, you just hope that there would be some light at the end of that tunnel, because this main character has been through so much shit in Alien and Aliens that, you know, you just hope that something good will happen to her. And this movie is just the complete opposite. She just gets thrown in like the shittiest situation ever, and anything that survived from the last movie is dead at the beginning of this movie, basically. So it just shits on any hope you have for it to actually continue Aliens in any sort of a good way, in my opinion. But it, you know, for what it is, I would say it's pretty good. Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. Again, I would have to say, I think this is the worst in the series, and Resurrection is just such a shitty sequel name. Any sequel that has Resurrection in it is never that good. It's just such a plain, uninspired sequel name, Alien Resurrection. But I mean, the movie sort of follows that, because their main character Ripley gets brought back to life, and that's basically where the story takes place, where the story leads off from. Our main character Ripley is now, she is like cloned, and she had like an alien baby inside of her or something like that, so now she has part of the alien DNA inside her, and they cloned her in order to bring the alien creatures back to life too. And I remember, I think this might have been the first Alien movie I ever saw. I remember seeing this one on TV. It was like one of the Fox movie channels, and I remember I thought this was an interesting and a good movie when I was younger, and I still think that it's pretty good. I mean, of course, not as good as the first two, but when it comes to this and Alien 3, I did say that I think this is the worst in the series, but it's hard for me to say which one that I like better when it comes to Alien, because Alien Resurrection is a little bit more fun, and it's just not as serious of a movie as Alien 3. Alien 3 is just a downer of a movie, so I have a little bit more fun watching this one, but in all aspects of it, this is probably the worst film in the series. But, you know, Alien Resurrection, it is what it is. Alright, and here I have Predator on VHS. Awesome cover here. Again, classic CBS Fox tape edition of this. Really cool. I just love the way these CBS Fox tapes look. Just classic awesomeness right here. And then I actually have this cool screener copy of Predator 2. This is, I forget exactly what you call these, but this has previews of other movies on it. So this is like a preview video cassette. This is something I think they might have played in a video store on the TV they had if you went in there or something like that. But I thought this was cool. I really like the cover on this. I actually like the cover more than the actual Predator VHS, even though the Predator 2 VHS uses the movie poster. So, but for some reason, I just really like this. I actually have yet to watch this copy of the tapio, so I actually don't know like what's going on, because right here it says includes previews of all CBS Fox video releases. So I'm not sure if it has trailers for every CBS Fox video release. I feel like that would take up a lot of time, but I'm interested in checking that out, seeing what it's all about. Just really cool. Predator 2 screener tape. And that is it for the DVDs and tapes, but I have a couple other things in my collection that are related to Alien and Predator. First off, I'll show this book. I actually have the Alien novel. This is the book adaptation of the screenplay, which I haven't read this yet. I actually just picked this up like probably last weekend or like a week ago, something like that. But this is a book that I always wanted to get, and I know you can get like Aliens, the book, and I think they might even have like a whole series of Aliens books that I wouldn't mind picking up one of these days either. But cool stuff like this. I really like the way the book is laid out. Very nice. I like that. Good stuff. Alien, the novel. And last for this video, I was going to show you guys the Alien and Predator figures I own, because I own a couple Alien figures and a couple Predator figures. So first off, this is actually the Alien figure that NECA Toys put out, and all these Predator and Alien figures I have are from NECA. And they put out great figures, and it's hard to see this with the glare on the screen, but I mean, you can look up pictures of this online and stuff. But this is a really, really nice figure. Probably my favorite action figure collectible that I own in my figure collection. Just really cool. I love the alien design from the first movie and everything, and just an awesome figure right here. I also have the Aliens Xenomorph figure, and this is awesome too. Really cool here. Again, can't really see it too good with the glare, but I think you guys get the idea. Just really cool figure right here. And then I have this Predator figure that I picked up during the summer, which was really cool too. And this is actually based on what some of the older Kenner Predator figures look like back in the 90s, which I had when I was a kid, which were awesome figures. And this is supposed to replicate one of those figures with the design and colors and everything, which I thought this just looked really cool. I thought the package for this looked really cool and stuff like that, so I was just really pumped about this. Really cool Predator figure. And last for the video is I have the classic Nintendo-inspired Predator figure, which was also put out by NECA, and they're putting out a whole series of these figures that are supposed to look like what the video game version of the character looked like. They did one for Jason first, which was probably their best and coolest figure, but that was a Comic-Con exclusive, and it goes for like $100 now, which sucks because that's something I want to get, and I just do not have the money in my life right now to spend $100 on a figure that I'll put on my shelf and not do anything else with. So, but this is an awesome figure. The box for this is just great. Probably one of the coolest parts about this, it replicates the Nintendo box that the game came in, and which also replicated the poster design. So just an awesome looking design here. And this is what the Predator figure looks like in the game. The Predator character is tinted blue a little bit in some of the cutscenes, which you can see on the back. So they based the figure off of that look. The blue, you know, colored in different shades of blue, which I think is cool because I'm sort of an artist, I guess, and I like colors and stuff. So I think it's cool. They did this. I think it looks cool in my opinion. And just awesome. I'd love to get more of these. Like I mentioned, they have a Jason one. There's also a Freddy one. I think there's some RoboCop and Terminator ones they put out too. Just really cool. I think this is an interesting figure line. I like how they're trying some new things with these. It's really cool here. And that was the entire Alien and Predator collection. And I hope you guys liked the video. And if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, if there's any parts of my collection you guys want me to highlight on, leave a comment, and I'll try to do a video with that. So, again, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.